Hello again everyone, this is Stevo Runs checking in, a channel created for like-minded people who are looking to become better, fitter and healthier people. If that's something that sounds like you want to be doing, then don't forget to hit the red subscribe button at the bottom and let's go through this journey together, becoming better runners. So, math test 3 done today. There's 12 weeks or 13 weeks of math training that I've been doing. If you're not sure what that is, then don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about it just real quickly and what I've been doing over the last 3 months and see what progress I've been getting from doing the method. It's a great method. It's definitely worth giving it a try. So don't go anywhere. Let's talk about that. So, as I just said, I've done my 3rd math test today. I should be on my 4th by now, but I had to skip a gap. I've had a bit of a busy couple of months, but I want to quickly explain about that. I went from being on holiday last week, running in the hills of Wales and on the beach and stuff, if you see my recent videos, to running around a boring old 400-metre track today doing a math test. It's the most boring run in the world, but it's essential to see what progress you've been getting since you started math, really, to make sure the whole process is working. So for people that are new to this channel, you might know what math is. You might just be seeing if people are getting progress. I have done math before. This is my 2nd spell of doing math. The first time round, where me being 37, I was running at 1:43. I was getting some results, but doing this channel, I like to learn different routines and different ways of training, and I did threshold tests and stuff like that and worked out that my heart actually runs higher than what Dr. Phil Maffetone would say is the heart rate you should run at. So my number is now 150. You might want to, I'm not cheating enough, you might want to look back at my old videos to see where I've come to that number, but every little test I've done outside of a lab says that 150 to 155, something like that, is an easy zone to run in for me. So that's what I started doing. So my first math test of coming back onto math was in May, and my time was 8:28, and I'm on this mission to try and get down to it's called mission 7:30 math. So I'd love to be able to do a math test in like 7:30 or somewhere around the area, and I'm gonna try not to stop until I get there. I'm just trying to have a bit of confidence that I can try and get down to that time, and I'll be dead chuffed if I can. So my first one was in May, and it was 8:28. I had a good month of training there, and I did one again in June, and it was 8:13. I'll probably stick all the screenshots up on the screen to show my results in there. This is all at my 150 heart rate, and over the last 2 months, I was meant to do one last month, but I've had a real busy time and I've been inconsistent in training, so I was a bit worried about how today's one was going to go, because in that 2-month gap, or like 8-week gap it is, I've had both of my COVID jabs. One made me feel a little bit rubbish, the other one didn't, but I was wary of doing too much running in that gap because they say not to. I've had the England football tournament. We done really well. We actually got to the final. I was going out on the drink on every game for that, and I was it really threw my training off from my usual 4 runs a week, so I lost a lot of miles in there. And last week I was doing my running, but I wasn't exactly looking after myself. I got a plan where I eat whatever I want when I'm with my family, out on holidays, things like that. So I was getting the running in, but I wasn't exactly looking after myself, and I only got back yesterday. So today could have went any way on my math test, really. But in the gaps of being unhealthy, watching football and doing that, I have been eating well in the gaps and eating natural food and trying to look after myself. So and bearing in mind that it's been hot recently, it is sort of midsummer. It started to cool down a little bit here, but this morning was hard. It was hot and humid and windy all at once. So my June one was 8:13. Today's one, I'll stick a thing up. I actually just lost 1 second, but so today was 8:12. But I'm happy with that, really. That's 2 months. I haven't lost progress, but I haven't gained anything. But I think with the weather being how it is at the moment, I think if I'm in this nick in a month or two's time, I'm hoping the time will go down a fair bit because of the humid weather and that, which definitely holds you back. So if you're not sure what a math test is as well, if you're new to that, it's where you go run around the same track. You try and keep the same conditions each time of doing it. I had the same clothes on, same shoes on, everything today. The only thing that was probably different is the weather. So I think if it's cooler, I might have knocked a little bit off today. But with how things have been over the last 2 months and how sort of inconsistent I've been, I'm really chuffed with that. I've got a marathon planned for the end of November, my first ever marathon. I'm excited, I'm nervous. I've got a plan coming up that starts in September for it. But I've got a good run now, excuse the pun, I've got a good run of training that I can do without being interrupted. I've got no holidays, I've got nothing planned in between there. I'm going to really knuckle down now and see if I can get myself down to this 7:30 or somewhere near there, start getting some progress for that, and that'll be perfect training and perfect timing for my marathon that's coming up. So yeah, that's basically it. My third math test done. I'm still going with that. I'm starting to up the mileage a bit now, and hopefully on the next one I can show a bit more progress. But if you have not tried math, give it a go, okay? The eating, the sleeping, the stress, the extra miles that you put in, everything is a great plan to go to. And if you're worried that your heart rate's too low and you're running too slow, please check back at my other videos and see if it's worth trying sort of the alternative math heart rate thing that I've found out from someone else and passed the info along. See if it would work for you, and it's definitely working for me and my math, and I'm starting to get results from it. I'm not overtrained, I've just found a more efficient heart rate to run at. So put some time into your own training and see what's going to work perfectly for you. Right, that's it from me today. Don't forget to hit the red button at the bottom to follow my future running in math and my marathon that's coming up and everything like that, and all my future time trials and everything like that, and just general health that I'm trying to really get into now. I'm putting a lot of effort into this and trying to make it work, so I'd appreciate to have you on board. All right, so thanks very much for joining me. See you on the next one. Stevo runs.